Chamamé is connection, transcendence, and reinvention. It is a musical genre that is the positive result of a process of enculturation that occurred in the lowlands of South America, of the encounter between the ritual musicality of the indigenous Guarani people and Baroque music taught in the 30 mission settlements in northeastern Argentina, southern Brazil, Paraguay, and Uruguay. It is a music that resonates and identifies with 35 million people in this large cultural region, and chamamé has been declared as intangible heritage of humanity by UNESCO. This rhythm, historically and symbolically, plays the role of being a connection with the earth, with its low melodies, and also with the universe through its high notes. Chamamé unites us and identifies us. It is what we will share with you tonight. We invite you to enter into this universe of encounters and musical frequencies, and together we'll connect with the history of that part of this earth as a great collective symphony.
Muchísimas gracias, muy buenas noches. Realmente estoy feliz, estamos felices de estar aquí, de traer esta música que recorrió un largo camino para hoy poder mostrarse delante del mundo. Y para lograr este efecto quiero llamarlos a mis compañeros que por favor entren al palco: Charlize Bandera, André Elí y Carlos de César.
So I'd like to thank you all for having us here to show this music, which has treaded a long path to be able to be shown to the world today. And I want to introduce my colleagues: Charlize Bandera on flute, Andrea Lee on guitar, and Carlos de Cesaro on upright bass and bass.
La música es lo que hace parte en el cotidiano de nuestra vida, ¿sí? Lo heredamos de nuestros pueblos originarios, como el guaraní, también de nuestros abuelos, también de aquellos jesuitas que vinieron con la música barroca, y es nuestra manera de comunicarnos, de estar cerca de nuestros seres queridos. Cuando fue pandemia, yo vivo en Brasil. ¿Sí? Soy argentino, pero vivo en Brasil. La música fue la manera de estar cerca de mis seres queridos. Y este chamamé compuse y se titula Un mate y la distancia.
So this is a chamamé of mine that I composed called Un mate y la distancia, and it was composed during the pandemic times. I live in Brazil, my family lives in Argentina, and through the music we communicate, and so this is the way of being able to communicate with my family. Un mate y la distancia.
El chamamé también comparte con otras músicas, con otros ritmos, como es el caso del rasguido doble. El rasguido doble es un género musical que desciende de la habanera, entonces comparte esta musicalidad, por ejemplo en Perú con la samba cueca, en Brasil con el lloro, con la samba, con la habanera, en Argentina con el tango, con la milonga, en el Uruguay con el candombe. Bueno, este es un género musical que se toca mucho y que también en ella traemos toda la influencia afro, ¿sí? Pasada por nuestros filtros. Así que bueno, vamos a presentar una música titulada El Pigüelo. El Pigüelo es una orquesta que se tiene a la escuela del gaucho, la argentina o bandada, pero también ellos rayan la pista de tierra, regada, bailando.
So another rhythm that shares this musicality with chamamé is called the rasguillo doble, which translates literally as double strum. And the rasguillo doble is part of the large family of musical genres that descended from the habanera. In Argentina, we have the tango milonga. In Brazil, you have choro, you have samba. In Peru, you have samba cueca. In Uruguay, you have candombe. And these rhythms reflect the African musical influence that passed through the cultural filter in that region of South America. And this one is a composition of Alejandro. It's called El Pigüelo. El Pigüelo is the little metal support on the boot where you have the spur that holds the spur in there for the people who wear boots for they're working out in the country on horseback. And so when the gaucho dances with spurs on his feet, he'll be dragging the spurs along the dirt dance floor, right? Making marks in the floor. So this is called El Pigüelo.
nuestros pueblos, nuestra gente, que está muy acostumbrada a estar cerca de los ríos. Nuestra musicalidad se forjó cerca de los ríos. Y esta música se titula Río Cima y es un homenaje que André Elie hizo para su padre, recordando esa infancia rodeada en canoas, con la pesca y bueno, con toda la musicalidad que nos da ese paisaje.
So down there, we live by rivers. Rivers are very important to us in our daily lives, and it's also very important to our musicality. And this next song was composed by André Elie. It's called Rio Acima, which means upriver, and it's paying homage to his dad. And so when he was young, him and his dad would always be on the river fishing, canoeing, doing all kinds of activities. So this is Rio Acima.
En donde yo vivo es Porto Alegre, la capital de Río Grande do Sul, un estado de Brasil. Y allí son los gaúchos. ¿Sí? En Argentina los gauchos, en Uruguay los gauchos, y ahí son gaúchos. Y cuando vos viajás en esa metrópolis de Uber, o de ómnibus, o así sea de a pie, de repente te encontrás en la parada de ómnibus con un gaúcho bien empinchado, ¿saben? Su bombacha, sus botas, su sombrero. Y ahí, esa imagen me inspiró este rajido doble barra chamarra que se titula A la Ancha.
So I live in Porto Alegre, which is the capital of Rio Grande do Sul, the state in Brazil. And the people from Rio Grande do Sul, they call them gaúchos, right? And in Argentina, we have gauchos. In Uruguay, there's gauchos. In Rio Grande do Sul, they're gaúchos. And this is a rasguillo doble chamarra. Chamarra is another rhythm that they have there in northern Uruguay and southern Brazil. And it pays homage to, obviously, Porto Alegre, big metropolis, 1.5 million people. And this song pays homage to that gaúcho that you see on the bus stop, right? You're going by in a taxi, in a car, on the bus, or via Uber, and all of a sudden you see this guy with bombachas, with the cinto, with all the hat, right, and everything, traditional clothes for working out in the country. And so this is paying homage to that gaúcho who's in the middle of the city.
Vamos a continuar con una música que es un clásico del chamamé, que pertenece a Sisto Ríos y habla de una historia de amor. Se llama Merceditas. Y bueno, y generalmente las historias de amor en la música no dan muy cierto que digamos.
So now we're going to play a very classic chamamé, which is Merceditas by Sisto Rios. And it is a love song, right? But like all love songs, it never ends well. So, but this is a classic nonetheless, Merceditas.
La próxima música me pertenece junto con André Elis. Se titula Caiboaté. Caiboaté fue la última batalla de la guerra guaranítica, donde se da por fundada el proyecto misional, las reducciones. Y bueno, esta música retrata un momento trágico de nuestro pueblo y bueno, la angustia, el sentimiento bastante difícil de explicar con palabras.
So this next composition that we're going to perform is both mine and of André Ali. It's called Caiboaté. Caiboaté was the last battle in the wars, or the war that was fought, the Guarani Wars, which occurred in the 18th century, which was the empires of both Spain and Portugal put an end to the mission system, the Jesuit mission system, dispersing the Jesuits and the indigenous populations who were there in the mission settlements. And so this song, it's obviously a very important occurrence for our people, and this song expresses the uncertainty and the fear of that time.
Pero no todo se perdió. El chamamé es el resultado positivo de esa unión de nuestros pueblos originarios y la música occidental traída por los jesuitas. Y la música es lo que queda, ¿sí? Y es lo que venimos a traer aquí para ustedes.
But not all was lost. What remained was this musicality, which is the combination of the musicality of the native peoples with the Baroque Western classical influences brought by the Jesuits. And that musicality remains today and is what we are performing for you today.
Hoy vas a adelgazar, Carlitos, ¿eh? Vamos a continuar con una música que pertenece a André y a mí y se titula Laberintos.
So we're going to play another composition that also belongs to myself and André. It's called Laberintos, which means labyrinths.
Vamos a continuar con una música que me pertenece junto con Odair Teixeira y se titula Amanece.
So this is also another composition of mine, which I share with Odair Teixeira, which is called Amanece, which means it's becoming morning.
Bueno, nuestra música se generó mucha en la parte rural, ¿sí? Entonces las primeras músicas tenían relación con la naturaleza, con los animalitos, con los bichitos de campo. Entonces, por ejemplo, hay un pajarito en nuestra región, en toda esta macro región, que se llama tero, y en Brasil es quero quero.
So obviously, all this music is becoming composed and coming to life out in the rural areas, where a lot of the inspiration for the original compositions, the old school compositions, were from nature, right? The animals, the wild animals out in the country, the farm animals. And in Brazil, not just in Brazil, but in South America in general, we have this bird called the tero, and in Portuguese they call it the quero quero. That's the quero quero.
La gallina, ¿conocen? The hen.
Then we have la gallina, which is the hen.
Y esas acordeoncitas, así como la que tiene Pepe Curbelo, José Curbelo. Esas acordeoncitas vinieron con nuestros abuelos, bisabuelos, que se juntaron con nuestros abuelos criollos, ¿sí? Y ahí ese instrumento vino como anillo al dedo, porque ahí se pudo empezar a explorar nuestra musicalidad. Porque en el campo era difícil tener un piano, una guitarra, una flauta, un contrabajo, era muy difícil. Cuando llegó el acordeón, enseguida nuestro pueblo se adaptó y comenzó a hacer música.
So these little accordions right here were the accordions that came over from Europe with our grandparents, great-grandparents, from immigrants, right? Who got together with our great-grandparents and grandparents, the criollos from Argentina. And this is all happening out in the country. Out in the country, it's hard to have an upright bass, a piano, a violin, or even a guitar. So this little accordion right here fit just like a glove, right, to that situation. And so it was through this instrument that our ancestors were able to channel all that musicality.
¿Y ahí cómo que hace el toro?
So he's asking, what does the toro do? And toro is the bull, right?
Contarles que esta noche realmente fue muy especial para nosotros, una responsabilidad. Mira, yo tengo muchísimos años de escenario, a los 15 años comencé, hace mucho tiempo, tampoco. Pero realmente estoy nervioso, esa es la verdad. Estoy un poco nervioso por la responsabilidad, por estar en este país maravilloso con ustedes y poder traer esta música de todos mis antepasados y representar a los que van a venir también.
So I've been playing since I was 15 years old, so not too long ago, and you know, but I'm still nervous being here in this great country and being able to show and perform the music of my ancestors, and to be able to be with you here for all you all and all the people who will come. So performing the music of the ancestors for the future generations.
Y bueno, quiero agradecer aquí a la Biblioteca del Congreso, a todos los que nos recibieron. Douglas, muchísimas gracias. ¿Cómo era la señora que estaba aquí con nosotros? Tía. También para ella. A todos ustedes por compartir este momento con nosotros. En nombre de Charlize Bandera, André Elie,
Carlos de César,
y el mío propio. Muchísimas, pero muchísimas gracias. Un beso para todos ustedes.
So thank you to the Library of Congress, to Douglas, to Thea, and to all of you guys for having us here tonight. And obviously Charlize Bandera, Andrea Lee, Carlos de Cesaro, and myself, Alejandro Brites. Thank you.
Muchísimas gracias.
The Alejandro Brites Quartet.